All right, hey, so let's say, okay, right now you're deployed. You're in either Afghanistan or Iraq. And I tell you what, pretty scary, huh? It's like you see so much of it on the news. You hear it from your buddies that have deployed and have come back, and you're always just wondering, man, what's it gonna be like? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna, what am I gonna experience? And I think during that time, I know for me, when I was before I deployed, I remember going to Six Flags with my sister and my two nephews, and I really couldn't enjoy myself because I was getting ready to go to Afghanistan, and it was just like I was like thinking, man, am I gonna die over there? Am I gonna come back with all my limbs? Or it's a scary time, man. It's like, but all I could do was just have faith in God and just believe that He was gonna take care of me, um, wherever I go, wherever I do, and He's done just that. I mean, Psalms 91 has a whole different meaning to me now after my experiences of being deployed to both Afghanistan and Iraq. What I want to share with you guys right now, and I'm mainly talking to the fellas because this is one thing that does hit us quite a bit. Rarely do you hear about a man leaving his wife and taking all the money and everything else, a female soldier. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but it's not as prevalent as when the man comes home. When the soldier, the male soldier comes back home, and the bank account's clear, the wife is gone, or you find out she's been cheating, sleeping with your best buddy, and these things. Um, and right now, some of you may be going through that, and my heart goes out to you. But I just want to say, man, please, whatever you do, just keep it together. Keep it together. Keep your head in the game. Get through where you are. Get through what you have to deal with where you are, because truthfully, right now, there's nothing you can do about back at home. If you're in Afghanistan, you're in Iraq, the wife is left or the wife is fooling around or something like that. There's nothing you can do about that from where you are. The only thing you can do is keep your head in the game and focus on your mission and handle it when you get back home. With that said, I'm going to share this story with you. I was part of the 10th Mountain Division, 4th Brigade out of Fort Polk, Louisiana. I was the battalion RTO. And for those of you who don't know what the RTO is, radio telephone operator. Um, I'm infantry, but they changed things up. Instead of putting a commo guy on the radio, they actually put somebody that was actually on the line on the radio. So, and I never forget when I was first asked to do that by first sergeant. He says, Derrick, because I had problems with my heels, and one of my heels was about to break or whatever, and I had real severe plantar fasciitis. And so the first sergeant was telling me, hey Derrick, I'm not sending you over there because you're in trouble, but they need someone over there, and you got a maturity about you. You have college and you have some experience. They need someone with their head, with pretty good head on their shoulders. So they sent me over there to the battalion and talk and stuff. I was also having a problem with my platoon sergeant at the time, but that wasn't the reason why they did that. But that will be a later topic, man. That's going to be interesting. But so there I was. We were in Baghdad, Iraq, Fob Rustamaya, or Rocket Maya, as we call it. At that time, we had gotten hit, and they were walking the mortars in on us, and it was that was the first time of me experiencing that. You hear it in the distance and everything, but when you're under attack, it's just like, wow. Okay, it's something, and those of you, you know what I'm talking about. So there we were, and unfortunately that day a civilian got killed, and my heart goes out to him and his family, and we had to wait till the blackout was lifted, until they notified the next of kin. And first thing I did was when I got off the next night, is I called my wife at the time. Call her, say, hey, baby, we got hit today. This is what's going on, and we got hit today, and a civilian had died, and but you know what? God's looking out for us. God's been protecting us, and everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out and stuff. So, and the next voice I heard was this: you just want somebody to feel sorry for you. And I was like, what? I looked at the phone. I was like, wait a minute. Here I am calling my wife, for better and for worse. I'm in war. She's back stateside in the house, with her son and everything else, and I'm at war, and I'm calling and telling her, just what I experienced since I've been, in Iraq right now, and the next thing I got was, you just want somebody to feel sorry for you. Well, when I heard that, I was shocked, I was stunned, and I told her, I said, I need to put down this phone, because if I don't put down this phone, I'm going to say some things that you're not going to like to hear, and I'm not going to like to say, but so I hung up the phone. I'd never been so angry in my life. I had a loaded weapon, and at that time, there was a sergeant that I didn't like. Had I seen that sergeant that night, I don't think the sergeant would have been here, and I would have been in Leavenworth. I was that mad. But I will tell you this: I will never forget. And I look back at it, and I think, and it was no one but the grace of God, the Holy Spirit holding me, keeping me from doing something really, really stupid at the time. And some of you are like, wow, I can't believe a woman, she would say something like that. Yeah, she said it. And said it twice, actually. And the second time she did, that's when I went ahead and called my best friend, who's an attorney, and I had him draw up divorce papers. I have not regretted that decision, nor will I ever regret that decision of divorcing her. My life has been a lot better from doing it, and all I can say is I'm just making room for the right woman that's God has for me. But I say this to, and I say this not to put her in a bad light, because it's not about her, and it's not about really me. It's about you and how you're going to respond to a negative situation that may be happening right now, stateside, and while you're on the battlefield. And a lot of civilians don't understand this. Those of us that have been there understand this. What I need for you to do, what we need for you to do, your unit needs for you to do, what your platoon sergeant and your squad leader need for you to do, need you to focus on your mission. Because there's nothing you can do about where you are. There's nothing you can do about what's going on back here stateside from where you are. So it hurts right now. I know it's painful. I've been there. I know it hurts, man. But don't take it out on everybody else, man. Because you are around people that do care. They do want you to get back safely. And I know you want your battle buddy to come back safely and everything else. But if you spend time dwelling on that right now, it's gonna affect you in what you have to do, and someone may get hurt, someone may get hurt, someone may die. In my situation, I had to get my head in the game, because I was the guy on the radio that everybody was calling when the crap hit the fan. I had to focus. I had to get right. I had to have right locations. I had to make sure I got the right grid coordinates. I had to make sure I sent them off to the AWTs, the attack helicopters, all that stuff. And with the battle captain, I had a really good battle captain, Captain DeMaria. And it's you got to keep your head in the game. Sometimes you got to squash it down, cut it off, do whatever you got to do. I know there's a chaplain there. Set aside a time to where you can talk to the chaplain, let it out, cry, do whatever you got to do, but get your head back in the game, because there's nothing you can really do about it right now. So On the flip side of that, uh, don't kill yourself. Don't don't get yourself purposely in trouble just so you can go back and try to no finish your deployment. Finish your deployment out. Um, and it was hard, man, because that happened in like November. Yeah, it was like November time frame or so, and and it was tough. We still had a lot of time to go before I went back home, before our deployment ended. So, but my concern is more about you, and because when I came back, there was not and the reason why I've done this channel and created this channel is for you guys, is because there was no voice, no one to turn to, no one to talk to when I was going through that. And I don't want somebody else to go through that and not feel like the worst thing is to feel like you're all alone and that nobody else has been through what you've been through. But there have been plenty of guys that have been through what you've been through. Some of them have been through worse. So find those guys that have a positive outlook on it and learn from them, and go from there, man. But finish your mission successfully, man, and come back home safely, man. And and just understand too, there's light at the end of that tunnel, man. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And you know what? God didn't break the mold when he made woman either. There are a lot more out there that are looking for you, that'll treat you with respect, and that'll be kind to you, and they'll appreciate you for who you are and what you do. But you're not going to meet them if you don't keep your head in the game where you are right now. Successfully do your mission and successfully get back home. All right, man. God bless. Stay up.